So I landed over at the drove down to the Lake Airport with the helicopter ride over here, and I got to see about where the sinkhole is, and I got a better understanding. They've been informing me, but you get a better understanding when you can actually see what was going on there and how the water goes. And we just sat through a debriefing with Mosaic and some consultants and Secretary Stevenson and EPA, where everybody was there. And so they sort of explained where they believe the problem is and how they're going to fix it. So Secretary Stevenson is still there going to give me the explanation of how they're going to fix this. They also went through and explained the flow of water and the additional drills they're welling, or the wells they're drilling, to make sure they capture the water that, or the liquid that's going down. So they explained all that. So we clearly have a law with regard to public notification. It makes sense. There's no common sense in this. And when we have pollution, whether it's a company, whether it's the city, whether it's the county, we have to notify people. That's the right thing to do. That's why I directed the DEP, Department of Environmental Protection, to do an emergency rule where we'll have prompt notification 24 hours when there's pollution. The public will know, local government will know, basically the media will know when there's pollution, so we can all react to it. We're all working off of similar information. On top of that, I will go through and work next session to get this codified into law, and also increase the penalties. The penalties need to be severely strict. The penalties are just not strong enough right now. But this will apply to companies, it will apply to cities, it will apply to county governments. So everybody will be. Now, in this case, DEP was on site within 24 hours, and they've been actively monitoring it. Last week I asked DEP to do two things. One, I wanted them to investigate what happened down in Pinellas County with the sewage spill, and also accelerate their investigation here. If anybody's done anything wrong, we're going to hold them accountable. If there's any fines that are appropriate, we'll do fines. I also asked our Department of Health to assist DEP to make sure all of our water is safe to drink. The most important thing I think for all of us is, my family lives here, is that all of our water is safe to drink. We expect everybody in our state to have healthy or safe water, and that's my expectation also. But bottom line is, if we find a rule or regulation or law that doesn't make sense, we're going to actively work to fix it. We did that here with this emergency rule. We're going to have public notification within 24 hours of any pollution, and we're going to keep everybody informed. I'll be glad to answer any questions anybody has.
Governor,
was there anything that Mosaic could have done that they didn't do?
Well, that's, we have an ongoing investigation. We'll find that out as we go through the investigation. If there's something that that we could do, they should have done differently. So that's part of the investigation. There's active investigation by DEP.
Governor, when did you find out about this water loss incident?
Jerry can get you the timeline of when we did it, so it's accurate.
24 hours after it happened?
We should get the exact timeline, so I'd say it right.
Governor,
gives you the exact
Governor, what of all the problems, radioactivity, chemicals, what concerns you the most about the environmental impact?
Well, the first thing, the most important thing, of course, is safe drinking water. So it's two things. One, the most important thing is safe drinking water, right? That's absolutely the most important thing. But the other thing is, we ought to know this promptly. All of us ought to know. There ought to be public notification right away. It's an outdated law, and so that's why we did the emergency rule.
Governor, last week your office issued one of your setting a record straight statements defending DEP's performance of this, and now you're saying we need to change the law. What changed? What convinced you to make this change?
Well, I mean, if you follow it, DEP followed the existing law. The law is outdated. Bottom line is the law is outdated. There should have been public notification promptly. That's why I directed them to do the emergency rule, 24 hours. So my experience in business, my experience in this job is it's no different. We just had Hurricane Irma, and we say to ourselves afterwards, okay, so what can we do better? I mean, as you all know, I wanted power to get back up faster. So is there something that all of us can do better? So one thing I'm going to do there is try to get all the utilities to get to know each other. Because existing in that case, the co-ops know each other, the public utilities know each other, and the four big public trading companies know each other. They all ought to know each other and share resources.
Governor, would this law apply to the DEP?
Well, will it apply to DEP? The way it'll actually work is this: let's say it's a company or let's say it's a city. They will make a public notification to you, the media. On top of that, they will make the notification through DEP, and the DEP clearly will be held accountable to make sure that it gets out.
But the DEP does not notify the public.
There was no existing rule to require. That's what this makes sense.
But morally, should they have notified the public?
You know, if you go back and think about it, the reason we're doing this is public should know. I mean, it's an outdated law. It's a rule. It doesn't make sense. It's no different than the fines. The fines don't make sense. We had the same issue. We tried to work to increase the fines on drilling, oil drilling down close to where I live in Collier County because the existing fine just doesn't make any sense.
But that law didn't say DEP shouldn't notify the public, did it?
But bottom line is, we're going to have notification. We're going to do it within 24 hours. Companies, cities, counties are all going to do it. It's the right thing to do.
Governor, Mosaic was apologizing to the public for not telling people. Should the DEP apologize also?
What I'm focused on is let's make sure we go forward, we do the right thing. Let's make sure we have public notification. Everybody knows what the rules are now. We have an emergency rule. That's why I directed DEP to do it. They're going to make sure the public knows promptly. And then we're doing exactly what we're doing now is we're going to monitor and figure out how to make sure it doesn't impact. Do everything we can to make sure it doesn't impact the water quality.
Was the change in the law your idea, or did it come from Secretary Stevens?
I directed DEP to do it.
Governor, did you learn anything new today?
I've never been to this plant, so just how it works is I've never seen how a fossil plant works.
What about the incident and the pollution and the environmental?
You know, one thing
learn anything new?
Yeah, one thing they informed me of how many more wells they're going to drill, and so that was in conjunction with DEP and Mosaic deciding how many wells need to be drilled, where we can monitor, because we have got to constantly be monitoring this so it doesn't impact water quality. And they're explaining how they're very comfortable that they can we'll monitor to make sure, but they believe they can through these wells pull up all the water that is drained from the sinkhole.
Governor Robin has a question. Oh, I just wanted to know what it looked like. We can't go look, so was it surprised? Is it as big as a swimming pool? Was it?
Here's what they said. I'll tell you what it looks like when it's what they said. It looks like, so the way it was explained to me, there's these layers. Okay, they have this. I guess it's a polyurethane layer that's supposed to hold.
The liner.
Liner is supposed to hold. And so that was breached, but it's just like it's like they think it's a total of approximately the biggest is actually 45 feet, which is 15 yards in, or about 15 yards wide. But what you see is it's just like if you ever been to the beach where you see water just draining down into the sand, that's what it looks like. It looks like it's all messed up. But you can see seepage. They explained to me that they'll continue to seep because they pumped out all the water they could. The gypsum that surrounds it has moisture in that, so that'll continue to have some seeping there. And then the rains will have some other stuff. The other thing they explained, which was interesting, is the flow of the water. But what they're doing is they've got a lot of wells all around here to test. They're also adding more wells around just to make sure that they can continue to test. And they said they're about 2.5 miles away from a property, their closest property where the water would flow. But they also have wells on the opposite, they're wrong.
Governor, DEP keep you in the dark, and if so, are you going to fire some jurisdiction?
Well, we're in the middle of an ongoing investigation. I'm not going to fire Secretary Stevenson based on anything I know today. He followed the law. But look, the bottom line is this. The bottom line is we have a law that's outdated. We need to know. You, the public, needs to know immediately if there's pollution. The bottom line is when we see something that's messed up, we ought to fix it. That's what I did in my business life. that's what I'm doing right after Irvine. I've learned in Irvine that our public utilities co-ops and the municipal utilities, don't know each other well enough. We're going to take this and we're going to change.